Welcome to your Central Methodist University post-game report. I'm standing here alongside Coach Jeff Sherman following their loss to the Evangel Crusaders by a final score of 71-61. Coach, first question is an update on guard Eric Franklin.
Yeah, Eric took a pretty good hit. Unfortunately, it's thought right now that he has a concussion. And, of course, anytime you have that, especially today, you're very cautious with it. So pretty big impact for us because I think he averages about 35 minutes a game. And I thought with that, our backup, Cody Anderson, did a nice job of filling the gap. But, Eric's hurting a little bit right now. In the locker room, he's pretty quiet. And unfortunately, we may be looking at him being out Saturday too. So, our guys are just, this happens a lot during the year. You have different injury situations. We've got a lot of guys beat up right now. And this is just going to add a little bit to that. So, your good teams just kind of pull together and somehow find a way to, to grind it out.
Some of your big guys also got in some early on foul trouble. How did that impact some of your strategies going into the game?
Well, obviously, it alters it some. Hats off to Evangel tonight. They're power forward and their center. They both played just phenomenally well. Cotton was very hard for us to handle tonight, and unlike the first time that we played them, I think we were enough of a pest out there, and we were behind the whole game the first time we played them. But we kept ourselves always within 4 or 5 points. And then we made that run at the end, and we were able to come out with the win in Springfield. There was 2 different times, both halves, we got down double digits. And when you're playing the top team in the conference, you can't rely on, coming from behind that many times. And the second half was really hard on us. We ran out of gas. It was their play really wears you down. You do a lot of chasing, and again, they're where they are because they're a really good team. I was a little disappointed that we just didn't battle. We didn't go out there with the same type of attitude I thought they did. They were wanting to set a tone and prove that they were the better team. They didn't like getting beat at home. I didn't like the way that we allowed them to come in and beat us on our home floor.
Coach, thought one of the telling stats, you guys had 10 offensive rebounds tonight, but only 2 second chance points. Just a lot of misses around the rim. Was that something that they were doing, or just some nights shots just don't fall?
No, that's been one of our. I don't want to say it's a problem. It's been a situation that we've had to work on a lot this year. We had some gimmies that we just didn't make. And if you're going to win these big games, you have to make those shots. Hey, hats off for us to get those opportunities. There's a lot of nights that we don't get a chance to do that. Our guys are working hard. They're battling inside. We're always a smaller team, and we out-rebounded them tonight. We had the same number of turnovers. And on any night you ask me, how'd your team do? If we out-rebounded them like we did and we had limited our turnovers, we've lost 3 of our last 4 games, and we're averaging under 10 turnovers a game. That's a sign of a championship team, but we're not coming out on top. So we're not doing something else. And, of course, we're not shooting the ball well right now. And we were winning games early because we were shooting well. Well, we've cleared up some rebounding issues. We're taking care of the ball, but we didn't finish. We missed a lot of gimmies, just like you mentioned, and that's something that we're just going to have to clean up a little bit.
You guys came into halftime, though, just only down by 1. You talked about how your last matchup always stayed close. Talk about this team maybe having some confidence, though, against the Evangel. I know there's some injuries and some guys in foul trouble that second half, but for that, is there confidence against a matchup like this?
I think we feel like we can match up with just about anybody. We're definitely not intimidated by Evangel. If we have to play them again, I think we'll feel good about it. We do have some guys. Alex Barner's been out. He missed the last game at Baker because of a knee injury. We got a chance to play him 10 minutes tonight, and that was our goal. We would have liked to have played him more, but we thought that might risk him not being able to play Saturday. So we have him out, and we also have Caleb Shaw now, who really hasn't played the last few games, but he's our best 3-point shooter. And he didn't even dress out tonight. He's at the point now where he can't even dress out, and we feel he's going to be about 2 weeks. So you take those 2, and then you also add Eric not being able to play the second half. We're playing a little different than what we normally practice and how we normally play other opponents. And I just feel that they did a good job of getting that double-digit lead, which threw us off. And when you're not shooting the ball as well, you have to rely on a lot of things to happen. One is you hope they don't play very well, and they executed flawlessly down the stretch, got to the free throw line, and they made their free throws down the stretch. So they proved to be the better team tonight.
I saw you send out a tweet last week just how exciting and really competitive the Heart of America Athletic Conference is this year. You guys have another tough matchup now this Saturday against Peru State. Any early thoughts on that?
Well, that game's going to be very important. Peru's got a very nice team. Again, you're not going to see it on the record, but what you also don't see is that this is the best year they've had in probably the last 4 or 5 years. Those players are excited. They're making great strides for their future and for their goals. They went to a very good Mid-America team and played them under 10 points most of the game, and that's tough to do. So they're going to be pumped up for us. Plus, the head coach at Peru State used to be my assistant coach. And I think anytime you go against someone that you've worked together, and Troy Caton's a very good coach, you have other reasons. You want to feel like what you're doing is better than where I've been. And Troy's been a very dear friend, and we played the last 3 times, and it's been good battles. He gets his team very prepared. Plus, I have an assistant coach, Jeremy Esri, who spent 2 years down there as an assistant coach. So you have a lot of other things involved in the game. But I think Peru is one of the more talented teams. They just haven't learned the winning concept like maybe an Evangel, who every year they're always at the top 3, that type of thing. And once they start to get that, they're going to be scary. So our hands are full. Plus, if we don't have our starting point guard, Eric Franklin, we're going to have to find some players that's going to step up and get it done for us. But there's no excuses. We'll find a way to get it done. We're looking forward to it.
Well, the entire CMU community, our thoughts and prayers will continue with Eric Franklin as he continues to recover. And wish you the best of luck this Saturday at Peru State. CMU will return at home February 2nd to face Mid-American Nazarene. That will be at 4 p.m. Make sure you check back at cmueagles.com for all your latest live scoring and updates. Also follow us on Twitter at cmueagles.com. I'd like to thank once again head coach Jeff Sherman for joining me alongside today's CMU postgame report. I'm Tyler Wynn.